Hey there, I'm Jennifer Bands, and today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make this cube steak recipe with gravy. Okay, let's get started with this recipe. We've got a large skillet, and I'm going to put it over about medium-high heat, because the first thing we need to do is sear our cube steaks. I'm going to heat some avocado oil in this pan, about, I don't know, a few tablespoons or a couple of tablespoons. And I've got 4 cube steaks here. So a cube steak is just a piece of beef that's been put through a meat tenderizer just to make it more tender. I'm going to season this top side with salt and pepper. I'm going to let my skillet get hot, and then I'm going to sear these 2 at a time just so I don't crowd the pan. Okay, I'm going to add my 2 steaks to the skillet. And we just want to brown these on both sides. And while the one side is browning, I'm going to season this top side with salt and pepper. We've got some nice color on our steaks, so I'm going to remove them from the pan back to our platter here. And I reduce the heat down to medium. And now I'm going to add some diced onion, about half a cup of frozen diced onion. And I've got 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. And now we're just going to saute the onions and the mushrooms together until they're soft. It's going to take probably about 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to stir in 12 ounces of cream of mushroom soup. Now I know that cream of mushroom soup gets a bad rap, but there are cleaner versions out there. You can find gluten-free, you can find organic. You don't have to get the, traditional Campbell's soup if you don't want. And we're going to add in 2 cups of beef broth. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Okay, we've got our sauce simmering, but I want to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of arrowroot starch. You could also use xanthan gum, a teaspoon of xanthan gum, but I've been liking the arrowroot starch. It really gets nice and thick. It really blends into the sauce really easily. Okay, our gravy is looking really good. So when you use that arrowroot starch, you're probably going to want to, or you're definitely going to want to mix it with a couple of tablespoons of water before you put it into the sauce. I should have done that, I didn't. Anyway, live and learn. So I'm gonna add the steaks, the cube steaks, to the sauce. Now I'm just going to spoon some of the mushroom gravy on top. Okay, so we added the steaks back to the pan, and now we need to let these slow cook. These are going to have to cook. I'm going to turn the heat down to low, and they're going to need to cook for a couple of hours to really break down the steak and make it really tender, because right now they're really tough. So these really need to cook for a while just to, get them nice and tender. You could also put these in a slow cooker. You could make this recipe in a slow cooker. I have that information in the written recipe. But anyway, other than that, other than them slow cooking for a couple hours, this recipe is done. The gravy is gonna get even thicker, and they're just going to be amazing with the mushroom gravy. But look at how amazing these look. Anyway, but you definitely want to let these cook for a while so the muscle fibers can break down and get nice and tender. But anyway, be sure you check out this recipe. It's super, super flavorful and perfect for like a Sunday dinner. So be sure you check out this recipe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.